Hey everyone, it's Craig Campbell from Pastor Craig's Vintage Cards, and it's a good Sunday here, a nice day, beautiful day, nice and seasonable out. This is Labor Day weekend. Had a really good Sunday at church, and just kind of chilling out here Sunday late afternoon, and wanted to get this VR off for John, 3D80sKid, and he had his 2-year anniversary on YouTube, and congratulations, John. You're really one of the more influential members of the YouTube community with all that you did with Hobby Palooza, and just really you're just a joy to listen to. Your videos are fantastic, and you're just kind of one of those guys that really listens to the newer voices, listens to the newer channels, and promotes them, and you're just an all-around asset to the community, that's for sure. And it was really nice to be able to meet you at the National, at the frat house, and just had a really good time, and looking forward to next year's National in Strongsville and so on. But anyways, 2 years for you on YouTube, and your VR was for us content creators to go back and look at our first video and kind of think about where we're at now, and how we've progressed, and what we expected to get out of it, and what we have got out of it, and so on and so forth. For me, I've only been doing content now for 8 months, and my wife had asked me about how long I'd been on YouTube. We were at dinner, and we were talking about that, and I said, I really don't know. And then she was talking to me about a friend's friend who was pregnant and almost ready to have a baby. And when I got home and I looked, and I saw that I'd been making content for 8 months. And so she goes, oh, it's almost like being pregnant. 1 more month and you'll have your baby. She kind of said that, off the cuff. And I thought about it coming into this VR, and it's pretty interesting because, for the time that you're in the womb, you're growing, you're getting ready for life, and you're born, and there you are, life begins, on the outside world. And in a way, with my YouTube channel, I need to up my game and really bring it to life, because I'm just learning, like right now, to put my camera sideways. And John, in a nice manner, has told me before, hey Craig, make sure you turn the camera sideways. And I'm kind of a low-tech guy, but I do need to kind of raise my my game up on the videos a little bit. And I'm more about showing cards than the production of the videos, but I do need to kind of up my game. So I guess the challenge for me is, like, next month will be 9 months, and it's maybe kind of like a baby. It's time to be born and start living life. So I guess I need to start looking at some YouTube helps and how to insert pictures and music and so on and so forth. But yeah, my experience as a content creator is just fantastic. I was pretty nervous and didn't know what to do and what to say, and my collection was not the greatest, and so I just started just making videos, and I really enjoyed it. And I'm in love with the 1956 set, and so I was making some some videos on some of the common players of 1956 and who they are, because it's really the common players that are kind of the fabric and the glue of baseball teams. And we primarily collect, the superstars. And so I really enjoyed that, and I've learned so much more about the hobby and about cards, and it's just I listen to YouTube videos when I'm driving, almost like it would be a podcast. There's certain people that I listen to whenever I see their video come up. It's almost like a must listen. And I'm drawn more towards the informational aspect of the hobby. I love looking at other people's cards, and the varied way that people collect is fascinating to me. People do some people do player runs. Some people do like the Burns documentary, the greatest 100 players, just so on and so forth. There's so many ways to enjoy this hobby, and that's one of the things that YouTube, as a content creator and as a consumer of videos, has just increased tenfold, hundredfold my knowledge, and really just different ways to collect, different avenues to go. I'm primarily a player run person, and I'm also kind of a closet set builder. I do enjoy building sets. I'm working on the 56 set. I'm at 80%. I'm at almost a little over 80% on the 73 Topps baseball set. I'm working on a 58 football set. I love the 58 football, so I'm working on a 58 set, as well as a 62 and a 69 football set. So my collection is pretty broad. Player runs, sets, and even like the 65 Hall of Famer, the 65 Tops. I'm collecting all the Hall of Famers, the 84 Donruss, all the Hall of Famers. So my collection's pretty broad, and I really blame or credit YouTube for that, because I see so many different ways to collect, and I am a little sometimes I'm pretty focused, but then I can get out of focus pretty quick. And I'm a list person. I really need to make a list in order for me to be successful in whatever I'm doing, whether it be in ministry or on household projects and budgets or baseball cards. If I don't have a list, I tend to just kind of go in every direction. And even watching YouTube and some of the ways to organize, there's just so much information. So I really have enjoyed that aspect of it. But the biggest thing for me is community, because I always had been collecting in a bubble. Pretty much me in a computer screen, or me in like a local card store. And to be honest, there's not a whole lot of LCSs where I'm at right now anyways. And the ones that are around are almost 80% modern. So I really don't have a outlet for vintage card collecting, but YouTube has created that. And going to Strongsville earlier this year in 24, then going to the National in Cleveland in 24, I mean, just my enjoyment of the hobby is just blowing up. And it's really because of YouTube. And I've said this before once in one of my other videos. One of my sons is into gaming, and there's like a YouTube community for gaming. And he's told me just how critical, how nasty that community can be. And he's watching some of my videos and some of your videos, and he's like, it's like the polar opposite. The YouTube community is encouraging, and it is affirming, and it's just I really have not ran into any bad apples in this community. I mean, everybody is just so good and respectful of each other's hobbies, or respectful of each other's maybe their limitations budget-wise, or where they're at in their hobby, whether they're beginning, returning, have been doing it for a long time. I just don't see much of what I call hobby snobbery. And so that's one of the greatest things that I like about this YouTube community. And it's fascinating. I look at where I started off at, and again, for me, I just need to up my game a little bit, because I've only been doing it for 8 months. And so I kind of still look the same as I looked when I started. And the walls behind me are pretty much the same. But I know that will change, and this has become just a tremendous outlet. It's really been a great a stress reliever even. There's just so much that goes on in this world. And so this has just been a real good way just to kind of find something to enjoy. Again, I'm getting older. I'm 62, so there's just I'm starting to become somewhat limited in what I can do physically, or what I desire to do physically. And so this YouTube and the hobby has just been a great asset. And so John, congratulations on your 2-year anniversary to YouTube, and just a great multifaceted VR for content creators, people that watch. Just a really neat idea. So I just want to say thank you, and I just appreciate your encouragement and your friendship. And everybody take care and enjoy the hobby.